everybody, Luster here, and today we have come back for a revisit up here at Wigan North Western. The train that's in front of me is 323226, which is a Northern Class 323, which I did ride on today. Luster gets a ride on a 323, very, very good, and I got to listen to those absolutely legend motors on that 323. And speaking of a train, we will have one passenger in a minute, but yes, I did get to listen to some very good motors and very adorable motors of Class 323. This did bring me in from Prescott, by the way. Oh, and passing through is going to be a freight Class 66 68001. there with the freight service, and as what we were saying, today here you'll be seeing services by Northern, maybe a little bit Transpennine Express, I'm not too sure yet. We'll also see Avanti West Coast, and then as just then freight as well in the mix. So then I did get a very enjoyable ride on a Class 323 with Northern, which is right in front of me, a 323226, and instead of admiring this 323, we shall see what else shall happen here at Wigan North Western. See you when the next train comes, y'all. Now arriving, just heading down into Wigan Wallgate, is going to be a Northern Class 769, which will form the 1506 Northern service to Southport from Manchester Oxford Road. And I did forget to mention that I will also, like last time, spot some of the trains that go down into Wigan Wallgate, such as this Class 769, which is technically a converted Class 319. I still miss the 319s, but I do have like 769s to keep me company. Anyways, that's 769442. Before I lost the numbers, that's heading into Wigan Wallgate now with the 1506 Northern service to Southport from Manchester Oxford Road. And as that heads down, I shall see when the next train comes, everybody. Now arriving in is going to be the 1514 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. With a Class 390 Pendolino. This will be the express one. So then, 390,050. $390,050 arrives in with the 1319 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, Cornet Warrington Banky, and then London Euston. I shall see you all when this Pendolino departs Wigan North Western. Now departing is going to be the 1514 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, 390,050, with its next stop and penultimate stop of Warrington Banky before heading express all the way to London Euston afterwards. And then also departing behind me was a Northern 331, which did the 1510 Northern service from Liverpool Lime Street to Blackpool North, which is just gone. So then as that Pendolino heads down the line, I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Wigan North Western. Now departing is going to be the 1521 Northern service to Liverpool Lime Street, starting here, which is going to be the train that did bring me here, which is going to be 323226. The train that has just brought me here is now departing, Northern Class 323, heading to Liverpool Lime Street with the 1521 service. 323226. And that's headed to its next stop of Bryn. And then also coming in from my left is 156429, which is forming the 1522 Northern service to Blackburn from Headbolt Lane, which brought me by surprise, or caught me by surprise, whichever one. So then as those two trains head off to their destinations now, as we see is all when the next train arrives in or departs or goes for Wigan Wallgate line. Now arriving in is going to be the 1521 Transpennine Express service to Liverpool Lime Street from Glasgow Central. They're class 397 for Transpennine Express. So then 397012 arrives in now. And as this B97 boards, as you see, is all when this Transpennine Express 397 departs. Now departing is going to be the 1522 Northern service to Liverpool Lime Street. Northern service, Transpennine Express service, sorry. Nice one tone, even though I called you Northern instead of Transpennine Express class 397. 397012. I hope I do not get the Stepford Zone curse. That's heading to its next stop of St Helens Central. I better not get the Stepford Zone curse by calling Transpennine Express Northern. Yes, thank you, Anne. The station announcer. Oh, and as that heads off, as you see is all when the next train comes here at Wigan North Western. Let's quickly happen now. Now arriving in is going to be the 1531 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston via Birmingham New Street. This service came from Edinburgh Waverley, I think. This will be a 11 coach class 390 Pedalino this time. Nice two-tone 39117. And as this now arrives into board, as you see is all when this Pendolino departs Wigan North Western. Oh, and now terminating in is going to be a Northern 331 from Liverpool Lime Street, heading into platform 6. As you see is all when this Pendolino departs. Now departing is going to be the 1531 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston via Birmingham New Street, with its next stop at Warrington Bank Quay. 39117. Brilliant from the get-go there from that 390 Pendolino, heading to London Euston. That heads around the curve. I shall see is all when the next train arrives. I shall see is all. Oh, never mind. Now arriving in is going to be a Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino from London Euston to Edinburgh Waverley, which will be Pride 390119. I was almost about to pause the video there until I seen this. Pride 39119. Like, I was just about to pause the video, and then as soon as I was about to, when I messed up my words, this Pendolino, this Pride Pendolino 39119 has just come in and just stopped me from pausing the video. But anyways, let's quit the yapping. This now arrives in. I forgot what the time would be for this, but as you see, is all when this Pendolino departs. Now departing is going to be the 1538 Avanti West Coast service to Edinburgh, which is Pride 39119. That was the time of the train. Head to its next stop of Preston. And also, now departing on the right from Wigan Wallgate is going to be a Northern Class 769 heading to Manchester Oxford Road. And now arriving into Wigan Wallgate is going to be a Northern Class 158 from Leeds. 158783. And then over there is a Northern Class 331 which is terminated into here from Liverpool Lime Street. So yeah, that's all the train action. We also had a Northern Class 769 and 158 coming from the right. So then let's see what else shall happen here at Wigan North Western. See you when the next train comes, y'all. Now arriving in is going to be the 1539 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston with a Class 390 Pendolino. Arriving into here at Wigan North Western. So then what do we have here? 390-107. As this arrives in, as you see, is all when this Pendolino departs. Now departing is going to be an Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston with the 390 Pendolino. Um, 390-107. Does the business enter Glasgow Central? Oh no, phone's ringing. As that heads off to its next stop of Preston, I shall see you all when the next train arrives in. Sorry about the shaky camera. And see you when the next train comes. Now arriving in is going to be the 1539 or 49, whatever, Northern service to Liverpool Lime Street from Blackpool North. I'm messing up my words again. And it'll be a Northern Class 331. 331-109. Stops right there. And as that boards, as you see, is over the next train, or not next train, as this train departs. Now departing is going to be the 1549 Northern service to Liverpool Lime Street from Blackpool North, which is 331-109. Nice tone. And that's into its next stop of St Helens Central. And also departing on the left is going to be a Northern Class 158, which will form the 1550 Northern service to Leeds from Wigan Wallgate. And And as those two trains head off, I shall see you all when the next train comes. Now departing is going to be the 1553 Northern service to Liverpool Lime Street, starting here, which is 331015. And that's heading to its next stop of Bryn, and as that heads down the line, I shall see you all when the next train comes, y'all. Now terminating in is going to be a Northern Class 331 with the 1600 Northern service from Liverpool Lime Street terminating in. One of its 4 car units now, 331101. And as this settles in now to terminate in, I shall see you all when the next train comes. Now arriving in is going to be the 1610 Northern service to Blackpool North from Liverpool Lime Street. It should be a doubled up Class 331. So then at the front is 331022. And at the rear is 331023. And as these two units arrive in now, I shall see you all when this double Class 331 departs. Now arriving into Wigan Wallgate is going to be a Northern Class 769, which will form a service to Southport. Apologies for the fences in the way.
For your safety and comfort, this station operates a no smoking policy.
769 heading into Wigan Wallgate now. And then now departing over here is going to be the 1610 Northern service to Blackpool North from Liverpool Lime Street. This double 331, 331022 and 331033. Lucky catching a 769 just there, which was a converted 319. This double 331's off to Blackpool North now, with its next stop of Exton Balshaw Lane or Euxton Balshaw Lane. I don't know how you say it. But anyway, see you when the next train comes. Now departing is going to be the 1621 Northern service to Liverpool Lime Street. Nice tone starting here.
For your safety and comfort, this station operates a no smoking policy.
Nice tone from the driver there. This is off to Liverpool Lime Street now, starting here with the 1621 service. And also departing from Wigan Wallgate is going to be a Northern double 150 with the 1622 Northern service from Headbolt Lane to Blackburn. 151.13 at the front and 151.01 at the rear. And this is off to Headbolt Lane. And as you see, is all for our next and final train of today. Now arriving in is going to be our final train of today, which will be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, with the service from London Euston to Glasgow Central. So then 391.18. And as this arrives in now, as you see is all when this Pendolino departs. Now departing is going to be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino with the service from London Euston to Glasgow Central, with its next stop of Preston.
This service has been reported as being very busy today. Customers in flexible tickets may need to travel for more comfortable journey.
391.18, and as that heads to its next stop of Preston, I shall conclude today's video here at Wigan North Western. If you did all enjoy, please make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons. Now then, today's revisit to Wigan North Western has been a bit alright, I suppose. It has been longer for sure. We haven't seen much trains come from Wigan Wallgate, but as for me here at Wigan North Western, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.